disappointed with the outcome. I mean, all of us are. Came here to win a football game. Fell short. There's a lot to work on. That's very evident. But just like I communicated with the team, this is a unique week. It's a Sunday. Got to travel back. Got a game on Saturday. There is no 24-hour rule. It's on to UTEP. So we're going to get back tonight. We're going to rest. We're going to recover. We're going to review the film tomorrow afternoon in an abbreviated fashion and learn from the things that we need to learn from. And we're going to put our full focus tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, going into Tuesday, on finding a way to get out at Ryan Field and be UTEP.
Coach, for you, obviously, first game at the FBS level, and then as a head coach, how was your experience? What did you learn about yourself today?
You know, I learned that football is football. You know, there's certainly a lot more going on around the Big Ten football game. I've had opportunities to coach against Power 5 teams, but there's plenty of other things going on. But at the end of the day, football is football. I learned that there's still a lot of things that I need to clean up. You know, balancing this head coach role and calling a defense, but having an incredible staff around me. You know, really proud of the way that our defensive staff operated today. I mean, it was short, succinct communication after drives, and then adjustments were made. Feel like we're in a really good rhythm there. Not nearly where we need to be yet. Still a lot of work to do on that side of the ball, starting with me. But there are plenty of kinks that need to be worked out just in terms of me juggling and making sure that I'm serving the entire program and all three phases of the game as best I can.
Just to follow up on that defense, you guys came out in the first half, had 2 straight 16-play drives against you, but at the second half you were able to kind of find your way. What do you think was your big adjustment at halftime that allowed you guys to play better defense?
It's just execution on 3rd and 4th down. I mean, if you go back to those 16-play drives, we have opportunities to get off the field. We have opportunities for takeaways. I certainly, you know, there's a couple calls that I wish I had back, put our guys in better situations. But again, really just proud of our players and our staff. There were some things we knew we were going to see, things that we weren't prepared for, some new wrinkles, and you know, we adjusted well. We had good communication at halftime, good communication in between drives. Our guys continued to battle. Coaches continued to stay poised and communicate. We're going to need all of that moving forward, especially considering the role that you know, I'm not as present with that defense in between drives. So again, a lot of work to do in all phases of the game, but certainly excited about you know, the communication and the poise that was happening on that side of the ball.
It's a bit like the first question, but you know, it's a Sunday, a lot of eyeballs on your team, on you. Not a lot's going right, and you're kind of responsible for all of it. Did you feel the weight of just today differently, maybe more deeply than you felt it before as a coach when you're not in the position you're in?
I'll be honest with you. This is the lightest I've been since I took over. You know, just from a standpoint, we're playing football. We're playing football. You know, it's opportunity to look around, look at these guys, and they get to, you know, they've been working so hard to get to this point. Now, are there plenty of things that I need to work on that are very apparent that I'm taking notes on as the game goes? Absolutely. I need to be so much better in this role, and look forward to being much better in this role. But in terms of the heaviness of it, it was, if anything, it was a relief to get to game day, to get to an opportunity to compete, and we wanted to see where we were at, and we're nowhere close to where we need to be. But excited to move forward with this group, and again with the unique week, it does provide a unique ability to truly just say, hey, we're going to learn from the few things we need to learn from, and it is time to flush it and move on to UTEP.
Adam, what was the mood like on the sideline? I mean, how much are you attuned to that, especially when things weren't going well for most of the game?
You know, there was certainly frustration, but I mean, it's coming from a competitive standpoint. I mean, these again, you know, I think some would say, you know what, you know, hey, you show up and do your best. You guys have been through so much. This team came out here to win a football game, and they're frustrated right now that they didn't. They fell short. They fell well short. We fell well short. I fell well short. There was certainly a level of frustration, but the togetherness continued to shine through. Guys picking one another up. Really proud of the way that our offense closed out the game with a scoring drive.
Coach, you talked about you know, not being able to execute on those 3rd, 4th downs, in those early drives, and you talked about how you have to do better, right? But on the field, what do you expect from the players executing wise to get better as well going forward?
Yeah, it's not going outside the framework of the defense or trying to do too much. It's just when opportunities to come to make a tackle, to make the tackle. When opportunity comes to convert on an interception opportunity, converting. And I don't need to tell our guys that. They see that. They recognize that. They're hungry to get back at it and get an opportunity. And then there are very clear, situations where I look back and say, you know what, I didn't put our guys in the best situation there with the play call. So at the end of the day, it all comes back to me in some way, shape, or form. I'm excited for myself to go back and look at the film and find out where I can be better. And at the end of the day, we got enough talent on this team. People are going to tell us otherwise. We got enough talent on this team to go win football games. So there's going to be no excuses or explanations. We're moving on to UTEP, and we expect to come out to Ryan Field and get a big time home win.
Where do you want to be better offensively?
It's really a common theme. We need to be better on 3rd and 4th down on the defense side of the ball, and we need to convert, on 3rd down offensively. And defensively, we certainly didn't help out the offense early in the game. It's really tough to find a rhythm offensively when you simply are not on the field. When our offense did have opportunities later in the game to catch some rhythm, we weren't able to sustain drives. We weren't able to pick up first downs. So both sides of the football needs to be a critical emphasis. 3rd down and 4th down efficiency. We need to run the ball more effectively, need to be more balanced offensively. And, again, we need to continue to be just very mindful of getting the ball in our playmakers' hands.
Coach, you talked during fall camp, obviously, about needing stability under center. What were your impressions of Ben today, and then obviously closing your final series with Sully?
And just really proud of the way that Ben battled. I think Ben would be the first to tell you that he expects to play better than he played today, but really impressed just the way that he battled, took some hits, scrambled the football, competed. I'm really proud of just the way that he carried himself. Ben knows that he can and will play better.
How did you show up feeling about how the game probably would go? Were you surprised? Wasn't more closely contested?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I sort of expecting to win a football game. I didn't exactly know how that we were going to find a way to do that. There's so much to find out about this team. We found out a lot today. We'll continue to find out more. But, felt really good about where our team was at. Showed up expecting to find a way to win. And at the end of the day, coming out of half, there's opportunities in the 3rd quarter there, getting some stops for that couple first downs, put together a scoring drive early in the 3rd quarter for this thing to get to a 2-score game. And all of a sudden momentum shifted in our favor. We just weren't able to get over the hump with it.
Coach, you talked about juggling all 3 phases. As the offensive struggles continued, what were your conversations with Mike Bajicki, your offensive coordinator? What were those like, given that you're a defensive coach?
Yeah, no, that's very short conversations, just about what he needs from me. I'm listening in on the offensive side when the offense is on the field, and fully trust that those guys are doing everything in their power to make sure that we make adjustments and do what we need to do to move the ball and score points.
You mentioned it's kind of a relief to get to today. There's still a lot of eyes on how you guys are going to react throughout the entire season. How do you feel guys will respond, and is that relief translating to them too, going forward, or how is it just more for you?
Oh, I know how those guys are going to respond. They're going to hustle up. They're going to get packed up. They're going to get back on that plane. They're going to get off their feet tonight. They're going to rest. They're going to recover. They're going to show up tomorrow afternoon at the training room. They're going to be very mindful of the things that they need to get fixed, that we all need to get fixed, and then they're going to transition on to UTEP. This group, this group's resilience, a loss. We're not going to accept the result. We're frustrated and totally not okay with the result. But the way that our guys will move moving forward, I have no doubt about that, Adam. No doubt about it.
David? Coach, both sides of the trenches today, your defensive line, you talked about needing to gain some more experience. And on the other side, four new offensive linemen from last year. How do you think both those sides did?
Yeah, I haven't looked at the stats specifically, but was excited about what was happening D-line wise. I mean, you got a team that was going to look to establish the run, an offensive coordinator that was going to do everything in his power to move the ball on the ground. Saw some knockbacks, saw some D linemen in the backfield, saw some TFLs. We still got a long way to go, but I'm excited about the way that group is trending. Going to have to go back and take a look at the film offensively. What I do know moving forward is we need to do a better job of establishing a run game and protecting our quarterback.
Just to follow up that, Caleb came off the field limping a little bit. Is he going to be fine to play for next week?
He'll be fine.
We have time for 3 more up front.
Was that, I didn't hear the last question, was that Brennan's arm? It looked like after the TD, he was hanging his arm. Is that something?
I trust that our AT staff will do everything they need to make sure that Brendan's ready to go next week. Confident that will be the case.
You mentioned your D-line. How do you think the secondary adjusted over the course of the game? There's a lot of starters that played full games pretty much for the first time, really picking it up over the course of the game and the adjustments they made. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, no, I was again, would have loved to shut them out in the second half. I think we had an opportunity to do that. Did not play a perfect game by any stretch. There's still a lot of room for growth on that back end, but we have some depth in that DB room, specifically in the safety room. We need to continue to lean into that depth as we move forward.
Got Lawrence and Steve.
And Coach, you talked about how good it is for just to see, know what you need to expect from now on. We're seeing where the team's at. Can you just elaborate more about how much of a relief that is and just knowing, like what you're saying, where the team's at and how we need to move forward?
Yeah, it's an opportunity. Going through it for the first time. Very interesting context to all the timing of all this. So this was an opportunity to be on the road, get into a rhythm and a routine, know what to expect. I'll be better next week, and the following week I'll be even better. And I'm going to put a lot of pressure on myself. That's just the way that I'm wired to make sure that I'm at my best for those guys. And I know I can do better. I will do better, and I'm excited about doing it with this group. Per Adam's question, I'm very confident in knowing exactly the way that this team will respond. We've talked about it since day one. It's really easy to get emotional and passionate about this is what we're going to do, and you start talking about this linear growth. That's not the way any season works. Doesn't matter if you're winning a national championship or scratching for your first win on the season. There's going to be ups and downs. We just happened to start off the season on a disappointing loss. Our guys will rebound, they'll bounce back, but it starts with myself and our coaching staff of turning their focus to UTEP, putting all our energy and efforts into UTEP, and making sure that our guys are ready to go on Saturday.
You mentioned UTEP, David. So I'll ask, just as hard as the last couple months has been for everybody, as hard of a task as you have right now and all that, how much does this team need a good day, something to celebrate, reason to be happy?
Yeah, that day's coming. Can't wait for it. Can't wait for it. Can't wait to celebrate with this group. What this group needs is things that we've seen, right? That we've seen either through text messages or emails or alumni at practice or whatever it may be, parent groups. We've seen that. This is an opportunity for the greater Northwestern community to put on full display at Ryan Field on Saturday of the support that this group has moving forward. And that's the energy we're going to pay attention to. You want to come root on the Cats, you want to link up with this group and support them and go root your butt off for them. Show up to Ryan Field. When the defense is on the field on 3rd and 4th down, let's go. Let's turn that 3rd down conversion rate around with a little bit of home field advantage. Looking forward to that. That's what this group needs is an inviting environment. An environment that's going to turn hostile for the opponents. Look forward to UTEP and the games moving forward at Ryan Field for that to be on full display.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Questions for Ben? Lawrence?
Ben, how would you evaluate your performance for just first game in the Wildcat uniform?
Definitely not happy with my performance. I feel like we left a lot of plays out there on the field. Just gotta sharpen up a little bit, hit those big plays when they're there, and they were there today. And but we'll be back next week, and we'll get better.
Matt?
I think a lot of people coming to this game kind of saw you as a pocket passer type quarterback, but you scrambled a few times and made some plays with your legs. Is that something you worked on, and kind of how is that process? It's nothing that I really worked on. We're always working speed, but if I have to run, I have to run, and I'll do that. I'm not just going to sit in the pocket the whole game, but yeah.
think they had the ball for 46 minutes total. I think 16 plays on each of the first
Yeah.
two drives. How did that impact you guys in terms of trying to find your flow as an offense?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely tough. We also got to sustain drives, and that was a killer that game. We were 3 and out, getting one first down, then getting stopped, picks. So we just got to sustain drives, execute better, and we'll be better from that.
David?
Ben, obviously in training camp, normally wearing the non-contact jersey. What did it feel like today just to take those first shots, and how you think your body will respond to those?
Yeah,
hits you took today?
I'm definitely feeling it right now. It's been a while. Last time I got hit, I broke my foot, so it was kind of a weird feeling being out there. But I mean, it's just the way the football season is. You gotta fight through your stuff, and yeah, it was nice to be back out there though.
Bryant.
What was Coach Braun's message to you guys last night? What did he leave you with before y'all kind of hit the hay for game day?
Really, just the same message he's continued to preach this whole summer when he took over. Just play together. The whole motto this whole summer and into this season is together. So I think that's going to continue to be our approach to every game.
Well, look, just a little thing. Hope you don't mind me asking, but was it respectful out there? Did you hear stuff from Rutgers players? Anything in regard to hazing or anything like that?
No, I mean, I don't really pay attention to the crowd, so even if there was, I don't think I would have heard it. So.
I just wanted to ask about your relationship with AJ Henning and Cam Johnson and what you want to build on going into next week against UTEP.
Yeah, both those guys are great guys, huge playmakers for us. Just continuing to work the chemistry with those guys and hitting those big plays when they're there.
Lawrence.
A lot of turnover on that offensive line. A lot of guys that don't have that much starting experience. What did you see from the guys who played?
Our O-line?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they played well. They played hard, like they always do. Sometimes I got to get the ball out quicker, things like that. I mean, a sack isn't always their fault. So we gotta get open. We gotta execute the play. We gotta make the play, get the ball out quick. So it's really an everyone thing. But I thought they played really hard, and we're gonna continue to rely on those guys to help us win games.
What would be on the checklist for you in terms of what the offense just kind of needs to get better at?
I would say, like I said before, just execution. I think there was definitely plays out there today that we just didn't make, and just to keep sustaining drives because we just didn't have the ball much today, and it was a factor of not sustaining drives.
David.
Ben, can you walk us through the second interception? It looked like you tried to take a whole shot in the 2 deep. I was just wondering what you saw there.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it was. Whole shot, cover 2. I just didn't put enough on it. I was trying to aim it, and when you aim it and try to be too perfect, that's when you're gonna not throw it away. You just gotta throw it. So we'll improve on that.
David.
Just 2 quick things. Today, your offensive run game really was not able to get started. We actually only had 1 yard in total rushing until the last 3 minutes of the game. What did you see from where you need to get the run game going? And then also, what were your conversations with offensive coordinator Mike Pajakian in between drives?
Yeah, I mean, the run game will come along. We just gotta, like I said, execute, and that's me. That's everyone. And then Coach Jake. I mean, he's always instilling confidence in me. We're talking about the game plan, what we're seeing out there, and Coach Jake's a great coach, and we'll just continue to get better.
Ben, I know you haven't been here that long, but obviously not a good year last year. Rough off season. Today wasn't great. What gives you confidence that this can turn around, or how does it happen?
I think it can turn around because of those guys in the locker room. I mean, we've obviously dealt with a ton of stuff, and losing game 1 isn't going to stop us from where we want to go. So I think that it's only up from here. We have a long season ahead, so I don't think we're worried about anything like that. We're going to stay together and move on from here.
This one back here.
What was the biggest positive you took away from today?
I think we fought to the end. It's hard when things just aren't clicking like that, but I thought our effort was there today.
Thanks, Ben.
Yep.
On the day, your career high. What did you feel out there just being back on the field now for the first time?
Yeah, obviously all I care about is getting the win at the end of the day, and that didn't happen today. So today was unsuccessful for me, but I felt as a defense we kind of got some momentum as the game went on, got comfortable, settled in, and played a good second half. So we're looking forward to building off that in the coming weeks.
Bryce, what was it like to play a game after everything that's happened?
It was great. It was very relieving to get out there and just do what we do best, which is play football. So it was a great experience to get out there and be able to play today.
Yeah, Bryce, I just wanted to ask about the adjustments you guys made as the game went on after the two 16-play drives and what adjustments you made there in halftime.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really anything crazy. We just needed to execute, do our job, and get off the field on 3rd and 4th down, I think was the biggest thing. So once we kind of got that honed in, we saw some more success in the second half.
Matt, what are some differences that you felt on the defense between last year and this year?
I wouldn't say there's a whole lot. There's a lot of the same guys out there this year that were out there last year that just have another year under their belt. So I'd say it was very similar.
You're right behind, of course, the D-line. How would you evaluate their performance?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen the tape yet, but just playing behind them, I felt that they played really well today. They got a bunch of guys, a lot of depth in that room, and I'm really excited to continue to watch them and play behind them this year.
Do you think are you concerned at all as someone who's been around, about I'm guessing a little bit, but, an emotional build up to this, a game you guys needed to get to play a game and then you got to and it didn't go well. Are you, does it feel sort of tenuous?
No, I wouldn't say. I mean, we love playing football, and it's a long season, and we understand that. And we're going to be right back to work tomorrow to get ready for a great UTEP team next Saturday. So we'll be right back to work tomorrow. There's not going to be any feeling bad for ourselves or anything like that. We're going to be right back to work, and we are going to be a great team this year. I know that we have the people in that locker room and the coaches to do that. So we'll definitely get this thing going in the right direction starting next week.
Can I follow on that real quick? Can you describe what it's been like to, try to prepare for a football season, focus on football and all that over these last couple months?
Yeah, I think the coaches and us as players have done a great job just keeping football the main thing. And we love playing football. That's what we love to do. So we're excited day in and day out to go out there and practice with each other, just spend time with each other. We got great relationships in our locker room. Those are my brothers in there. I'd do anything for them. So just getting to go out there and play with them and prepare for this game with them has been phenomenal.
Brian,
Assuming David gave you guys kind of a coach's speech last night, what was his theme? What did he leave you guys with before you all went to bed?
Yeah, just like anything, just trust yourself, trust your keys, trust your coaching. Just go out there and do what we know we can do. Unfortunately, we didn't get the result we wanted today, but we will be back and we will have a successful season.
Coach Braun was very confident in how you'd respond. 1-11 last year, major disruption this summer, didn't go well today. Why will this turn around in your mind?
Because we got the right people in that locker room and the right coaches to do it. Unfortunately, with football, some things happen and you don't always get the results you want. But I know we have a winning football team in that locker room. We have winning attitudes, and we will come back and turn the season around.
Was just being out there today a win?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, obviously, we're not happy with the result. We're competitors. We want to win, and at the end of the day, that didn't happen today. So we got to go back and learn from this. But like I said, I'm confident that we got a great team in that locker room.
Bryce, I believe you're the 15th two-time captain in program history. Now with on a relatively quick turnaround at UTEP, what is that how are you hoping to lead the defense and its response?
Yeah, I'm just going to be a leader like I always am. Just help everyone out in that locker room. Just make sure we get our bodies back. Show the young guys who may not have a recovery routine what they can do to kind of get their bodies back on this quick turnaround. And just keep leading and make sure everyone's keeping their heads up. Which I have no question that anyone will hang their heads on this. Because like I said, I know we have a great team in that locker room, and I know we will have a good season.
David? Bryce, you talked about in the offseason dropping a few pounds. Did you feel yourself being able to play more sideline to sideline and getting dropped deeper in your pass drops today than maybe in previous seasons?
Yeah, I cut a little weight after last season. Got a little too heavy, so I definitely felt good today. I'll have to watch the tape, but yeah, definitely felt better out there today.